Hello and welcome back to my channel about news to do with F1 and Xbox 2013. This video today is my only video of the day, and it's basically a explanation of the teams and drivers in the First Division 2 and Division 1. As you know, I'm stewarding Division 2 and doing a commentated season. The first video of that will be on tomorrow night, be uploaded as soon as possible. See what we can do with that. And then on Mondays is Division 1, which I'll be racing from my perspective. Unfortunately, the first video of Division 1 will be not this Monday, but the Monday after, because I'll be missing the first race due to work priorities. But more on that later. So we go into Division 2. So the teams and drivers have been drawn, and they were drawn by WRL Rosberg, the leader of WRL. Basically, he recorded himself doing the teams and drivers, putting them randomly out of two boxes, doing the car first, then two drivers, car first, then two drivers, so on and so forth. So the first team that was picked out was Ferrari, as we see right here. They are a pretty successful team at the moment. Haven't had some glory in a while in the real F1 season, but yeah, the two drivers for Ferrari in Division 2 are Rossi Boy and I Hate Cheese. Rossi Boy is my teammate in the Wednesday League. Very decent driver. Showing some good promise, and some few good points as well. I Hate Cheese, you may have seen him in the videos I've been posting. He's again another decent driver. So those are the two drivers for Ferrari. The next team is Toro Rosso. The two drivers for Toro Rosso are J-Tray, a very quick driver. Losing a bit of confidence at the moment, it has to be said. But yeah, he's still quite quick around about this pace. He's in Division 2 at the moment, probably expected to be around the top 3, who then get promoted into Division 1. He's in Toro Rosso this season, and his teammate is WRL Sterling Moss. Now Sterling Moss is recording Division 1, and then there'll be a link to his channel if you want to watch Division 1 from his perspective. He is a very decent guy. Not that quick, but you know, he might get some confidence with this Division 2. Let's see what he does. The next team is McLaren. Vodafone McLaren Mercedes. Very successful British team, with German engines, of course, and stuff like that. The two drivers are WRL Hunt. He's a former champion of WRL leagues. He's a very consistent, very decent driver. Does very good overtakes and such like. He is the favourite, in my opinion, to win the season. He may have some competition from a few other drivers, but I'll mention those when we come to it. He's in McLaren this season. His teammate is James Mills 2000. Now he's known as the banter person of the season, of the divisions. He will of course be doing, you'll hear his voice quite a lot actually, because he yeah, he's a very funny guy, and he's also really nice and a good racer. So the fifth team in this Division 2 is Caterham. Caterham F1 team. Of course, one of the new, or sort of younger teams in real F1 season. The two drivers in Division 2 are Jack Wells. He does have a YouTube channel called the Django Jackster. A link will be in the description as well. He's in the Caterham this season. Again, he's a very lovely guy. He's really interesting. And his teammate is Rightful Chip. who seems to be in the Caterham quite a lot recently. Yeah, Rightful Chip 6. Haven't raced with him for a while. I raced with him on the 2012 game. Haven't raced with him for a few whiles in the 2013 game. I believe he still has the pace, so he could be up there. The penultimate team in this Division 2 season is Sahara Force India. Now, the two drivers in Sahara Force India are the Foster. The Foster I've raced with before as well. Decent driver. Normally hanging around about the midfield. He's had a couple of podiums here and there, so we'll see how he does. And a new driver, B Graham 7. I've never raced with this guy before, so he's kind of like a newbie into the whole WRL franchise. So yeah, he will be good to see how he does. And the last team is Williams, as known as my favourite team in F1, simply because they're British. I like the style that they do. They're not, you know, firing on all cylinders since their successful 1990s era. At the moment, they've only scored 1 point in the real F1 season. You know, but they're getting there. They're getting there. They're getting back to their glory days. So the two final drivers in Division 2 is WRL Hamilton and Bowie 215. Now, this team can, I think with the two drivers, they're a bit unstable. I mean, they're not consistent as such. Well, Bowie is, but Hamilton, you know, he can be fast, but then again he cannot. So this team, you know, that could become quite a threat for the Constructors' Championship. So, but yeah, that is all Division 2 drivers. My predictions for the season, I mean, looking at it, obviously Hunt is going to be the favourite. Oh my god, I've missed out a team. Sorry, my bad, I've missed out a team. Yeah, how could I miss this one out? It's Mercedes. Mercedes AMG Patronus is the other team in this. The two drivers are XRL Dynamite. Yes, XRL Dynamite is a new person to the WRL. He's still part of XRL, who's another F1 league. And his teammate is Def Comet for You. You must have seen him in the last two videos I did. He was my teammate in that league. He's teammates with Dynamite this season. So, sorry about that. My mistake on missing out Mercedes. But yeah, those are all the teams and drivers for Division 2. My prediction will be, I think WRL Hunt will win it due to his consistency. You're going to get wins probably from Hamilton, WRL Hamilton, maybe XRL Dynamite, maybe James Mills somewhere. I would say the McLaren is the favourite to win the Constructors. I think they'll have good opposition from Mercedes and probably Ferrari, but it's a long season. It's a 19 race championship doing all the tracks in the normal F1 calendar. So yeah, my first video for Division 2 will be on the Sunday, tomorrow night. And again, I'll be commentating over this from my stewarding perspective. I can see what I can do out this season, and hopefully it will be a good, entertaining season to watch. So now we move on to Division 1, the top division in WRL. So these divisions, this top division is the fastest drivers that we have found as part of our WRL community. Yeah, so it's going to be a close season, this one. Very, very close. I really can't predict who's going to win. There'll be wins from pretty much every single driver, I would say. But moving on to the teams, the first team that was picked out in the live draw was Caterham. So the two drivers in Caterham this season in Division 1 is the Hawk Racer and WRL Montoya. Now the Hawk Racer is another new driver to the season. I've seen him a couple of times, raced with him a couple of times in sprint mode. He's a decent driver. I think I'll be probably racing with him mostly in this season. Yeah, so we'll see how he does in his first WRL race. His teammate WRL Montoya, I think I regard as one of the fastest in the WRL divisions. I've raced with him loads of times. When I post my videos on the Wednesday, he'll be up the front. I'm competing with him in my Wednesday league for the title. Still close run thing, but I'll get to that later. The next team is my team, and as you know from the channel explanation video, I was picked for Marussia, known as the back team in F1 these days. We used to be HRT in 2012, but of course they were taken out of the season due to money problems, so now the back team, the team that's always at the back, well mostly at the back, is Marussia. And I was chosen for this with my teammate Bulltail. Bulltail is a very, very decent driver. I'm going to have great fun with him this season. We're both respectable for one another. Really this season, if I can get a race win with Marussia, I'll be more than happy with this. Of course I'm going to be missing Australia, the first race of the season, but I'll see what I can do in Malaysia, my first race. Probably get a podium, but we'll see. We'll see if I can get a race win. We may have a decent chance in the constructors, but I would say top 3. So the next team that was picked out was Sauber. The Sauber F1 team, the Swiss team, I believe they are. I could be wrong with that, but correct me if I'm wrong. Bisping was the first driver that was picked out for the Sauber team. We've raced with Bisping before. He was in the last couple of videos. So yeah, he's a very decent driver. I think I'll be around him a lot. I was definitely around him a lot in the